welcome you here today. It's a great opportunity for our new business people to come in and learn everything that you need to know about running a new business. But our chamber is a great chamber. All the chambers in the valley are great chambers and really are the economic engine from our city. And it's a place to go when you need something. And Javier is over here, our ex-commissioner for labor, says he can't see me beyond the podium. But anyway, so it's a great time to be here in a great chamber. I want to thank the chamber. Later on, somebody's going to talk about all the sponsors that we have. But I had a couple questions here. We got some new business people. How many here are small business owners? Wow. Okay. That's great. Well, congratulations. You're going to hear a lot about how important small businesses are. They're the drivers of our community. They're the biggest employers in the state. I think our keynote speaker is going to cover a lot of that and how great small businesses are for the state of Texas and every community we have. But I was a small business owner too. It's not just restaurants or stores or anything like that. It's everybody. It's doctors, lawyers, accountants, all are small business people. And I was a small business owner, and I opened up my business. I had no idea what I was doing. And it took me a lot of years to catch up. So let me ask you a couple questions. How many small business people here are seeking financing or have done some financing recently? Okay. How many have workforce issues like hiring people and good people in training? Okay, that's pretty interesting. How many here have like compliance issue? You know, not the state government because they're easy to get along with. Federal government and those kind of, and city government. How many have compliance issues, trying to permits to open up and all those things? Okay. Well, you've come to the right place because you're going to learn a lot about how to do everything. We have all the experts across the state of Texas and locally to talk to you today. And so if you don't get the answer today, we're in trouble. And see, if you don't get the answer today, let us know. We'll get you the answer for that. So this is going to be a very exciting program. One thing I need to do is introduce somebody that's very important to our city of McAllen. He comes from a long list of great mayors. Mayor Javier Villalobos. A little plug for all the past guys. At any rate, Mayor, you'll be speaking later on today. We have Tony Aguirre, who's City Commissioner from the City of McAllen. Tony, welcome. And Tony sits on our utility board for years and years before he became a city commissioner, and certainly is a prominent business person in the city of McAllen. So thank you for being here today. So we have some great speakers today. We also have a breakout sessions, and so make sure you stay around. You're going to learn a lot of time to ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask a question today. This is a time to do that and get some information that's hard to gather anyplace else except right here in McAllen, Texas. So without further ado, I'll introduce our first speaker. And I'd like to introduce Albert Trevino III, who serves as our commissioner representing labor for the Texas Workforce Commission. We had a long list of great commissioners for workforces, and Julian, you want to stand up? Julian's our past one. He's done a fantastic job. And Albert's carrying on that tradition of doing a great job there. On January 9, 2023, Governor Greg Abbott appointed him to the three-member commission, and he is confirmed by the Senate on March 15, 2023. Prior to his appointment, Commissioner Trevino of Harlingen served as a U.S. Border Patrol agent. Let's give him a hand. That's a tough job. You know, they don't get a lot of good publicity, but they do a great job serving our community. Commissioner Trevino has nearly 33 years of combined law enforcement and Border Patrol experience and 21 years of service to Local 3307 of the National Border Patrol Council, where he served as Executive Vice President and later as a Treasurer. Prior to NBPC, Commissioner Trevino served as a police instructor, background investigator, and patrol officer for the Harlingen Police Department. He's a third-degree Knights of Columbus, former member of the City of Harlingen Tennis Advisory Board. We'll have to ask him about that. And a former volunteer for Little League Baseball. So a public servant all the way through. Trevino served as an associate degree and has an associate degree in criminal justice from Texas Southmost College. Please help me welcome Commissioner Trevino to the podium. You're supposed to jump up on the, don't take the steps.
Okay, good morning. Thank you all. Thank you very much, Jim. I appreciate it. It's great to be here, and I welcome everyone to the Small Business Summit here in McAllen, Texas. I'm going to keep this brief because you all have a busy day of events today. But as Jim said, my name is Alberto Trevino. I am the new commissioner representing labor for the Texas Workforce Commission. It's great that Governor Greg Abbott is going to be here later on today to address you all. And he appointed me in January to the Texas Workforce Commission as commissioner representing labor. So I'm very excited. Before that, I was in law enforcement. I did 33 years in law enforcement. I first started in Harlingen, Texas, which is my hometown. So I am originally from the Valley. I knew the former commissioner, Julian Alvarez, for many years before that. So I have a lot of good ties to this community. So my service also was with the Border Patrol. And when I was with the Border Patrol, I served with Local 3307, which is the union that represents the agents and support staff. So I got to learn a lot about how labor and management work together and need to work together. I also grew up around small business owners. My grandpa owned a sewing machine center in Enberg, Texas. And during the summers when I was in high school, I would go work with him and learn how he did his work in that small business there on University. And I would help him pick up the heavy machines, put them on his workbench, take the machines out to the customers' cars. But I got to see how he interacted with his customers and how they treated him like family, and he did the same. My father was a dentist and had a small practice in Harlingen. After school, my younger sister and brother and I would walk to the office because my mother was his receptionist, so nobody would pick us up, but we'd go do our homework there. I also got to see how he interacted with his patients and how he had that small practice, but it was a thriving practice. They were both very dedicated to what they did, like I'm sure most of you do. Small business is probably the essence here in the Valley. So it is very important to what you all do. Now, as Texas Workforce Commissioner, I represent 15 million working Texans. We need to make sure that they have the skills that they need to be protected and have a fair workplace. We also help and ensure that they have the opportunity to learn what they need to help with large business and small businesses so that they both can strive and succeed. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you. I know you're going to have a great day, and this is an awesome event. So thank you all so much, and we'll be seeing you. Thank you.
Thank you. It's good advice, and so, you know, it works for both ways, representing workers, but the best way of getting together with your workers is making sure that there's communication between the employers and the workforce and the commission, especially the workforce one. By the way, you are going to get great advice today all day long. So first off, I'm going to give you some advice for anybody that has a new business or starting up a new business, and advice for anybody that's not doing what I'm going to tell you need to do. You need to join your Chamber of Commerce. That's the best thing you could do when you're starting off your business, because you know what you're going to do is you're going to make connections there. A lot of opportunity connections of other businesses. You're going to learn something, and you're also going to attract other businesses. You'll find out some best practices. So first thing you want to do when you start off your business, as soon as you open your doors, is join your local chambers of commerce. That's a plug, right, Blanca? Okay, I did that one. Well, our next speaker is Mallory McCoy. She serves as a community relations liaison between the Governor's Office of Economic Development and Tourism and the cities and counties in the South Texas region. So I think most of our chambers know Mallory and the work that she does. Prior to joining the Office of the Governor, Mallory managed an office in the demolition industry. Demolition, we'll have to ask her some questions about that. I always wanted to work on that when I was a kid. I would probably have been pretty good in the demolition industry. But she did that before accepting a position on the Governor Abbott's campaign staff as a regional director. While on the campaign staff, she was able to network, grow teams, and become actively involved in her community. This allowed her to realize her passion for serving and growing the community around her. Marilee attended Texas Tech University. Not been too good in football lately, but that's okay. She's not on the coaching team or anything like that. And plans to complete her degree in public relations and strategic communication management. So Marilee, where are you? You ready? There she is. And here's Mallory.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Jim, for that introduction. As mentioned, my name is Mallory McCoy, and it's my privilege to welcome you here on behalf of the Office of the Governor. We're delighted to have you all with us, and we're just very appreciative for everybody being here. First, I would like to thank our partners, the McAllen Chamber of Commerce and the Texas Workforce Commission, for supporting our efforts to reach out to local entrepreneurs by traveling to their communities and assisting them in building strong businesses right here in our community. This further iterates our that small businesses are the backbone of our state's economy. And thank you to our community sponsors, NRG, McAllen Economic Development Corporation, Texas Regional Bank, PNC Bank, and the University of Texas Rio Grande Valley for their generous support in providing this morning's continental breakfast, coffee service, and this afternoon's lunch. Thank you for the coffee. We all appreciate it. I would also like to recognize our additional team members that work to put this event together and are here to assist you. Jarvis Brewer, Small Business Advocate. Brian Roller, Business Assistant Specialist. Nydia Rodriguez, Business Assistant Specialist. Jack Harrell, Business Assistant Specialist. And Casey Bowen, Marketing and Communication Specialist. I also want to recognize our resource providers. Some of you have traveled long distances, which serves as a reminder to all of us just how important our work is. Thank you again for joining us today. If I could please get you to turn your attention to the screen just for a few moments to see the names of the organizations that have joined us today. Thank you for that. We encourage you to please take time to use this opportunity to network and meet with other representatives during breaks in between sessions. This is a wonderful opportunity to get to know your local business owners and learn about all the resources that are out there to help you and your small business prosper. Again, thank you to our resource providers. The Office of the Governor is committed to making Texas a place for business to succeed, and our office will continue to assist small businesses, which are the foundations of Texas's strong economy. Thank you so much. I hope y'all enjoy the summit today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mallory. By the way, I'll be 75 next year, so I will no longer be hopping up on the stage. I'll be taking the stairs. But and one thing I saw up there, the veterans one. You know, one thing, we do a plug for the veterans. When you get out of the service, it's hard to acclimate into civilian life and even harder to get a job, because your training usually in the service is not aligned with what you're going to do in real life. I remember I got out of the service, I was a Laotian technology specialist. There wasn't a lot of job for those people when you get out. And it was really difficult to do that in mainstream. So, you know, as employers reach out, they're usually really great employees. They're grateful for that job, and they have a lot of experience and they have a lot of maturity, especially with the younger guys when they get out of the service. So that's a great opportunity for us to not only serve, improve your employment situation, but also help a veteran. Okay, now, the next thing we're going to do is panel sessions. So we're going to give you a brief overview of that. We have some really good experts. I think it's in your program. We have some guys that really know what they're talking about, and they'll also take questions. But all our informational panels will be right here in the ballroom, starting with our workforce development panel, moderated by Arciela Shelley Sanchez. And that's going to start at 9 a.m., followed by a discussion on resources for minority-owned businesses, moderated by Daniel Silva at 11 a.m. At 11 a.m., we will hear from a panel on access to financing and funding, moderated by Maria Juarez Cerna. Between each of these sessions, we strongly encourage you to visit with the various state, regional, and local agencies and service providers. So they'll be, I guess on the tables you can find them, I think so. But just if you see somebody, it's just great time for you to communicate and network with some people that could help you later on and help you right now with some questions and certainly be a resource for you. After the breakout panel sessions, we'll be having lunch, and it'll be very exciting, and a special guest and a keynote speaker that you won't want to miss. And really a great opportunity for us. He's very hardworking and gets around the state a lot, but obviously it's a big state, so great opportunity for us for our special guest today. Also during today's events, please take advantage of the free professional headshot that every business owner should provide in their portfolio. I know the politicians have a lot of headshots, right, Mayor? You do that? Public servants, too, get their headshots. And for those that don't know a headshot, I guess it's a photograph of somebody, right? We don't worry about anybody. This free service is being provided by the Office of the Governor's Small Business Assistant Team and is located at the photo booth in the back of the room. Where's it located? Right outside where we had breakfast, right? Okay, right outside we had breakfast. I'm going to point out the restrooms. For the men, it's right out there, and you go up the hall. And for the women, just look for the line. So now we encourage our attendees to engage with exhibitors during planned special breaks and also with each other. You know, you guys have a lot of great ideas and how you solve problems and all those kind of things. So this is a great way to meet people and talk about people, make some friends, make some acquaintances, make some business contacts, and all those other things. Also, following the event, we're going to do a survey. So you can go out and you can provide your feedback about the event and help us shape events in the future, what we did good, what we could do better, maybe better MC, all those kind of things that you can comment on. So we're going to take, what time is it now? Oh, right on time. We're going to take a quick break between now and 10 when we start the panels. So it's time to go to the restroom, get a cup of coffee, talk to your friends, but stay here. Thanks a lot, right?